Good evening, Bahamas, on the broadcast tonight. Construction set to begin on the next phase of a multi-million-dollar project in downtown Nassau. Plus, 2 shooting victims succumbed to their injuries. And the Democratic National Alliance demanding answers on that LOI. Welcome to our news, the weekend edition, and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Knowles. Ground broken today on the second phase of a multi-million-dollar development, which upon completion is set to revitalize downtown Nassau. The Pointe is a world-class lifestyle residential and retail development that will spread over 7 acres of Nassau's waterfront. The second phase is also expected to open up new job opportunities for Bahamians and in the long run, stimulate the economy. It signals that in a matter of time, construction on Phase 2 of the Pointe will begin. CCA is investing $250 million into the project that will consist of a 100-room, 8-story condo complex with oceanfront residences and a 150-room branded resort and spa. Both are slated to open in late 2018.
Through our investment will come many opportunities for the Bahamas and its people. It is a major driving force behind our efforts to bring the world-class facility to fruition. Not only will the Pointe help to redevelop this bustling tourist hub, but its effect will be felt in the wider Bahamian economy.
Numerous government officials were on hand for the ceremony this morning, including Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works Philip Davis and Attorney General Allison Maynard Gibson. Davis touted the amount of jobs that will result from the construction.
In addition to the 277 employees at the existing hotel and commerce center, 200 Bahamian construction employees will be engaged by the developer during this phase of development. On completion, an additional 500 permanent employees will be hired at the resort.
Davis also thanked the company for agreeing to partner with the government on a few other projects as well.
The developer has also agreed to partner with the government to enhance the Lighthouse Beach, just west of here, and to ensure that an attractive pathway will connect access along the promenade to our quay. The Bahamas government is very appreciative of the commitment, resolve, and cooperation demonstrated by CCA.
Phase 1 of the Pointe's development, Park Avenue, was officially opened about 5 months ago. It includes a 900-space parking garage as well as office and retail spaces. And President of the Pointe, Daniel Liu, says as they move into the next phase of the development, his company remains resolute in its commitment to provide a world-class destination.
This phase of our project has been carefully crafted to create a community-based destination where tourists, citizens, and all the visitors can find something to do and to enjoy. We tried to contribute a product that will not only take anything away, from what Nassau already offers. We are adding to our tourism and entertainment product that already exists.
Now, upon completion, the Pointe will also include a marina and yacht club, along with other amenities like restaurants, office space, upscale shopping, a state-of-the-art movie theater, nightclub, and rooftop bar. Attorney General Allison Maynard Gibson expressing deep concerns over what she deemed as people undermining the integrity of the judiciary. Her comments come after former President of the Court of Appeal, Dame Joan Sawyer, suggested earlier this week that there is no legal grounds on which to have those Bahama documents sealed. Dame Joan questioned why the documents were sealed, given that there was no matter of public defense or public safety or public order in effect to cause the decision not to be made public.
We have every confidence that the judge, in making his decision, had evidence before him, and he made up his mind based upon the evidence and the law. If any party or interested party to the proceeding disagreed with that, Thank God we live in a country where we have appellate courts. I'm deeply concerned about persons who are no better undermining the integrity of the judiciary. And I call upon right-thinking people to call upon them to cease and desist. The institution of the judiciary is extremely important to law and order and democracy.
Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis also echoed the sentiments of Dame June. Dr. Minnis called the Christie administration's efforts to shield the Baha-Mar deal from the public outrageous. However, the AG says she realizes that there are detractors who try to distract those who are working on behalf of the people.
The reality is that there are already 650 people employed at Baha-Mar. The reality is that the amount that is going to be spent has increased to $250 million, and it's likely to be more than that. The reality is that this very weekend, casino workers are going to be called in for training, and casino equipment unloaded from the dock to be installed in the casino. On April 21st, we expect the first phase to open, and that is the reality, and that's what Bahamians are interested in.
In other news tonight, with it being nearly 1 week since a massive fire began to burn waste at the city landfill, some residents of Jubilee Gardens have still not received the all clear to return to their homes. Leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Branville McCartney, was one of the first people on the scene and expressed that enough is enough. Giorgio Bain reports.
The DNA leader, who has been speaking out on recurring dump fires for years and has been personally affected by the issues as a nearby resident, says he needs answers surrounding the letter of intent with Stellar Waste and a $35 million loan given to the F&M government. Chief Operating Officer of Stellar Waste, John Paul Mickelson, said earlier this week that he cried when he witnessed the suffering of Jubilee Gardens residents, but was unable to give details about a letter of intent for a $600 million waste-to-energy project that led to Renwood Wells being fired as parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Works. McCartney wants the leader of the Free National Movement, Dr. Hubert Minnis, to come clean on what he knows about the deal, considering Wells is now a member of his party.
The leader of the F&M, he agreed that both the PLP is the reason why, as I said, the dump is burning. Well, is the F&M leader willing to divulge then what happened in regard to the $50 million letter of intent with Renwood Wells? This letter of intent deals with Stellar Waste Management, and if this project had been in place, waste to energy, what happened on Sunday would not have happened.
McCartney says he finds it funny that Minnis, who once called for the resignation of Wells for his involvement in the LOI controversy, is now silent because Wells is running on the F&M ticket against McCartney.
And when Dr. Minnis was asked what was the deal with the letter of intent, since Renwood Wells is now with the F&M, his answer was that he is satisfied with the with Renwood Wells' decision. He's satisfied with what Renwood Wells had to tell him, and the Bahamian people really don't need to know that. So I ask the good doctor, if he's truly interested, if he truly wants the best interests, divulge what was the circumstances surrounding the LOI.
McCartney also hit out on a $25 million loan granted to the former F&M government from the Inter-American Development Bank.
That in the late 1990s, the Free National Movement was given a loan from the IDB in the amount of $25 million. The government of the day, the Free National Movement government, got $10 million. So it was a total of $35 million for the remediation of that same dump.
McCartney says that now leaves him with one question for Dr. Minnis.
To date, we as a Bahamian people, we paid back over $15 million of that loan. So I put it to the good leader of the F&M. is he willing to dig deep within his party and find out where the $35 million went?
Reporting for our news, I'm Georgia Bain.
Still to come on our news, the island of Bimini records its first murder for the year, and the Commodore, the Defense Force talks about their efforts in the crime fight.